2026 just made a lot of PCCs irrelevant. Smarter recoil systems, lighter builds, flatter shooting, and factory performance upgrades baked in. If range time matches the claims, the last generation is done. This little rimfire blaster comes out of Turkey, and Adler clearly decided that 22LR shouldn't be stuck wearing the classic woodstock anymore. Chambered in good old 22LR, the RF224 runs a semi-auto action and feeds from 10 or 25 round mags depending on the model. The standard version rocks a 20-inch barrel, while the tactical variant trims things down to an 11.7-inch threaded barrel, perfect for slapping on a can or compensator. The gun features an aluminum chassis, M-LOK handguard for all your gadgets, flip-up sights, and a Picatinny rail on top for optics. Weight comes in around 4.6 pounds, so it's light enough to run drills all day. On the range, the RF224 is exactly what you want from a tactical rimfire: soft recoil, fast follow-ups, and enough modularity to turn it into a plinker, trainer, or tactical range toy. Flip-up sights come standard, but the top rail begs for a red dot. Loves Ruger 1022 mags with an adapter, but watch for jams on cheap ammo. No bolt hold open is annoying, but the ergonomics scream AR familiarity. If you're looking for a budget 22 trainer or squirrel slayer, the RF224 delivers solid pew for the price. Palmetto State Armory has never been shy about shaking things up, but the AXR might be their most ambitious project yet. The AXR PDW transforms PSA's previous X9 concept into a production reality. It's a quick-deploy 9mm personal defense weapon that critically uses the exact same MFC as the full-size and compact handguns. The PDW grip module includes an extra magazine holder and manual safety behind the trigger. The brace uses the same X57 system that deploys outward, with stock options available for SBR configurations. At launch, the PDW will be compatible with Glock magazines and uses the same Gen 3 compatible slide as the handgun variants. Modularity is extensive. Configurations range from a slick slide to versions with charging handles, M-LOK, or Picatinny mounting options. The front end offers two configurations: a minimalist M-LOK attachment point for lights, or a longer lower handguard with built-in 1913 rail. All parts will be available a la carte, so users can build exactly the configuration they want at home. An extended booster brings the barrel length past the handguard, and a new gas pedal design improves control. The ambidextrous charging handle integrates into the RMR footprint area, keeping the profile compact. The AXR PDW is going to be in every other truck gun video on YouTube by the end of 2026. Built by Derya Arms, the ZY9 is a 9mm blowback pistol caliber carbine featuring a sleek, modern, and ergonomic design packed with useful features. The firearm has a hard anodized aluminum alloy upper and lower receiver and is available with either a 5.9-inch or 10-inch barrel. The ZY9 comes equipped with a full-length 22mm Picatinny rail, allowing the installation of a wide range of accessories, along with a folding mechanical rear sight and an adjustable stock. Its black aluminum M-LOK handguard and AR-15 style control layout further enhance the platform's versatility and familiarity. Depending on configuration, the ZY9 weighs between 3.9 and 4.4 pounds. All models in the ZY9 family field strip in the same manner as an AR-15 and feature an AR-15 compatible grip. They can also be fitted with an M4 type buffer tube and a collapsible buttstock. Additionally, the ZY9 is compatible with 9mm Glock magazines of any make and capacity, further increasing its versatility and appeal. Now let's take a look at a futuristic gun from the Czech manufacturer Pistollo. The general appearance of the Pistollo 77 brings to mind the so-called light guns, the video game accessories that were popular at the turn of the 1980s and 1990s. The gun's made of steel and aluminum, protected with a Cerakote layer. The Pistollo 77 is compatible with Gen 4 Glock 17 magazines and will be sold with a standard one holding 17 rounds. Other features of the weapon include an adjustable stock in 3 positions and on integrated reflex sight. Now here's where things get weird. You might notice something missing. Where's the charging handle? Turns out it's hidden in the middle, right on top of the barrel. Why? No idea. But it does make the design cleaner. The stock is adjustable by 50 millimeters and doubles as a safety mechanism, automatically unlocking the weapon when extended. Oh, and the magazine base is extra large, letting the gun stand upright on its own. Again, why? Who knows? But it sure looks cool. Florida-based Kel-Tec has a solid offering for avid fans of the centimeter in the form of a 10mm Sub2000 that takes Glock magazines and delivers serious ballistic performance from its 16.25-inch barrel. The company's been making the blowback action Sub2000 for a quarter century, and the handy folding carbine has evolved across 3 generations since then. The Kel-Tec Sub2000 GLK in 10mm weighs 5.6 pounds, which is about a pound heavier than the 9mm and 5.7 variants, suggesting the gun has been beefed up to handle the spicier round. This particular model feeds from Glock magazines from the G20 or G40, but other magazine patterns may come in the future. Other than that, the Sub2000 GLK in 10mm is pretty much a straightforward gun. The Gen 3 version includes a clever rotating handguard that allows optics mounting even when the gun is stowed in the folding position. It's blowback operated with a rather decent trigger. The sides of the front of the rifle are covered with M-lock slots, and the top has a long stretch of Picatinny rail for mounting optics or sights. The barrel is threaded so you can mount a muzzle device or suppressor, and while the cross-bolt safety isn't technically ambidextrous, it's easy to flick on or off with either your thumb or, if needed, your index finger. The MSRP on the Gen 3 Sub2000 GLK in 10mm is listed at $599 in its black finish standard model. Developed in partnership with HS Product, the Springfield Armory Kuna is a precision-manufactured PDW designed for optimal fit and function. At the heart of the Kuna is a roller-delayed action and lightweight bolt that should shoot significantly softer than the usual direct blowback PCCs and AR9s. The pistol has an upper receiver and handguard machined from aluminum and given an anodized finish. The lower is reinforced polymer with a removable AR pattern grip. With a 6-inch barrel, the pistol has an overall length of 15.5 inches and weighs 4 pounds 10 ounces. The Kuna's magazines are made of translucent polymer with metal feed lips and have a capacity of 30 rounds. We'd like to see a 20-round version for use in messenger bags and backpacks, but as it stands, the 2 30-rounders that ship with the gun are a good start. Controls on the Kuna are ambidextrous with a bilateral safety magazine release and bolt release. The charging handle can be moved to either side of the firearm. Designed for attaching accessories, an M1913 Picatinny rail runs the length of the upper receiver for attaching optics. Additionally, the rail has built-in iron sights that display a front post and rear notch when folded down, or a post and aperture when flipped up. The receiver end plate has a section of Picatinny rail, and the handguard has M-lock slots for attaching accessories. Threaded for attaching suppressors or other muzzle devices, the barrel ships with a multi-port muzzle brake installed. If you're looking for a compact and effective backpack or vehicle gun, the Kuna delivers a lot of controllable firepower in a very compact package that's easy to shoot well. So fancy a homegrown 9mm AK that's as close as you can get to the Russian Vityaz used by Special Forces? The Palmetto State AKV is essentially an AK chambered in 9mm that runs on a direct blowback operating system instead of the more traditional long-stroke piston operating system found in most AKs. It's also loosely based on the Russian Vityaz, the submachine gun chambered in 9mm used by Russian Special Forces. You'll get a forged front trunnion and bolt carrier, a 10.5-inch nitrided barrel, meaning that the barrel will probably outlast you, and a Picatinny rail on the top of the dust cover for the easy attachment of optics. The safety lever is extended, making it easier to use, as is the paddle magazine release, which is a very welcomed upgrade. The AKV will hold open on the last round, and you can release the bolt by pushing down on a small switch. The rifle runs on relatively available and affordable CZ Scorpion mags. PSA didn't just stop there. They made their own Scorpion mags, which actually have some great features over the original CZ mags. This gun just flat out delivers everything that you could possibly want from an AK chambered in 9mm caliber ammo. It also does this cheaper than the competition. Known for lever guns, Henry has thrown its hat into the semi-auto ring with the Homesteader 9mm carbine. The Homesteader is a unique design that utilizes a 2-piece stock and a solid body 1-piece receiver that accepts detachable box magazines. The base model uses Henry's proprietary magazine, but adapters will be available for Glock, Smith & Wesson, M&P, and Sig Sauer P320 handgun magazines. Controls are equally bilateral with a centrally mounted tank safety at the rear of the receiver and an equally accessible magazine release located forward of the magazine well. The charging handle ships from the factory on the right side of the bolt, but the left side of the receiver features a cutout that allows users to swap the handle's location. A mirrored bolt hold open latch on either side of the trigger guard rounds out the controls. The carbine is outfitted with a 16-inch barrel and includes ghost ring sights and a Picatinny optics rail. All told, the Homesteader proved to be an incredibly fun, easy-to-shoot long arm and would be equally at home on the range as a plinker or pulling defensive or varmint duty on your property. The long-awaited FDP9 folding pistol from Magpul and ZEV Tech folds into a compact, nearly square package for the ultimate in concealment, yet pops open quickly for rapid deployment. The internal chassis is based on the ZEV OZ9 V2 system with Gen 5 internals but greatly modified. Constructed of 4140 steel using a hybrid 17.4 SS slide, all steel components are coated in black nitride. Surface controls include folding ambi charging handles forward of the action. At around 11 by 5 inches when folded, it can be packed in a lot more places without carrying a bag that screams, "I have a PCC stuffed inside here." It's discreet in a whole new way. Pushing down on the charging handle while stowed will deploy the firearm, something that can be done in about a second with a little practice. The unfolded FDP is still a very compact firearm, running around 20 inches. The 7-inch barrel can handle longer shots comfortably, allowing shooters to hit steel targets out to 200 yards. For most users, it'll be a close quarters tool, but its accuracy at range is a nice bonus. For the package you're getting, the FDP9 sits at a respectable $1,600 MSRP. It's a niche firearm, no doubt, but one that fills a unique role in today's market. Despite being one of the oldest American firearm manufacturers with a catalog of well-established and time-honored models, Smith & Wesson's recent history has shown the company's willingness to innovate. With its M&P product lineup, including everything from rotary-barreled pistols to dual-magazine tube shotguns and folding pistol-caliber carbines, it's the latter that the company has updated with the M&P FPC and 10mm auto. The original folding pistol-caliber carbine, chambered in 9mm Luger, uses a simple blowback action housed within an aluminum tube receiver and folds horizontally to a length just slightly longer than its barrel. The 10mm FPC is identical, except with slightly larger dimensions. It weighs 10 ounces more and is a quarter-inch longer overall. The rifle's 16.25-inch barrel with its muzzle threaded takes advantage of the impressive ballistics that the 10mm cartridge can deliver from a long gun. A tungsten-infused recoil buffer system helps to contain that power. The rifle's full-size grip and texturing is borrowed from the M&P Big 10, and it uses the same interchangeable backstrap system and performance center-style flat-face trigger. Function and controls are also the same as the 9mm FPC, with a bilateral bolt release, cross-bolt safety, reversible magazine release, and ambidextrous charging handle placed behind the action. Supplied without sights, the FPC is optics-ready with a Picatinny rail running the length of its handguard. M-lock slots on the handguard provide additional places to mount accessories. The rifle uses 15-round M&P 10mm M2.0 handgun magazines. 3 are supplied with each rifle, 1 in the action with 2 spares in the magazine carrier built into the stock. A version equipped with 10-round magazines is also available for those who live in areas with magazine capacity restrictions. The Smith & Wesson M&P FPC 10mm has an MSRP of $699. Ruger developed its LC Carbine as a lightweight, handy long gun that paired nicely with the company's 5.7x28mm pistol. For this year, Ruger's expanded its LC Carbine lineup with a 45 ACP chambered version that's still handy, and best of all, it feeds from readily available Glock magazines. The 45 ACP version has a 16.25-inch alloy steel threaded barrel. The thread protector is easily removable, allowing for the attachment of popular muzzle accessories including muzzle brakes, flash hiders, or a suppressor. Thanks to its side-folding stock, the Ruger LC Carbine collapses into a compact size that makes it easy to store and transport. The trigger has a short, smooth pull, clean break, and positive reset, And there's an ambidextrous manual safety, reversible charging handle, ergonomic bolt release, and extended magazine release. Up front, there's a CNC milled handguard that's also Type 3 hardcoat anodized aluminum with M-LOK accessory attachment slots on 7 sides. Multiple QD sling sockets allow you to attach a sling almost anywhere you'd like. The folding sights are adjustable for windage and elevation, and the full-length Picatinny rail on top of the receiver lets you easily add your choice of optic to the gun.